Okay, hello everybody. This is just a quick printer tutorial for Arcadia Charter School. We are typically printing from Google Docs, so this is my template Google Doc that I'm using for this demonstration. You can go into either the File menu here at the top to go to print, or you can hit the print button. Depends on whichever method you're more comfortable with. And that will bring up the web-based print dialog. This is a print dialog that is provided to you by Google, trying to simplify the experience and make sure that you can just get the things done that you want. Right now I have a color option here, black and white and color, but not everybody does because you may not have the drivers installed in the right way. Other settings that you can find under more settings include changing the margins, changing the scale, making it double-sided, things like that. Here is a neat trick though. Down here you have the option to click into using the system dialog. That is the print interface that is provided by your computer itself, not just Google. And this is where you get a lot more options, including the opportunity to change some of the presets. So I'm going to switch over to my Arcadia printer here, and you'll see that it has a presets button here, and it either uses default or the last used settings. If I set it to default, which will be the one that it defaults to, obviously, you'll see that it prints one copy, double siding is turned off, and if I scroll down a little bit more and go into the printer options, and then I select printer features, I double click that, you can see that here the color mode is set to color. We don't really want that most of the time, so I'm going to switch this to black and white. This is under the basic feature sets of the printer options. And then I'm also going to go to the finishing area, and I want to turn on the automatic stapler because the last thing I want to do is spend my time stapling packets. So I'm going to turn that on and say OK. And then now I'm going to go back up here and I'm going to say this is to be double-sided. And once I have the settings all the way that I want them, I'm going to go back up to this presets menu and I'm going to save the current settings as preset. And so what that does is it saves this set of settings for you. So I'm going to call this black white, two-sided, stapled. And I'm going to go say OK. So anytime I use my computer print dialog to print to this particular printer, this is now going to be an option. So if I go back to default and cancel out of this, I'll show you how that works once you have it saved. You go to print here in Google Docs. You can do this if you want. You can see the preview is black and white. That will most likely print in black and white. But if you want a few more options, such as the use of the integrated stapler, you go into using the system dialog and make sure you're using the right printer. I have a number of them installed. And you can see here the double siding is off, but I'm going to switch to my preset here, my black white double-sided stapled, and you can see that double-sided is now turned on. And if I scroll down and go into printer options and printer features, now the color mode is set to black and white, and I'm going to check my finishing. My staple is set to the top left. So using the system dialog and the automatic preset saving options could make your printer use a little bit more consistent and a lot faster.